Hey guys, so it's been 1 month since I've been carrying this bag. This is the Vertx Urban Ghost Sling 10 liter. They do also make it in a 20 liter. I opted for the smaller one. Something's good about that, something's bad. We'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, I did my unboxing, I think about a month ago. I've been taking this everywhere since. You can see there's a little bit of splatter on there from bug spray from the hike the other day. And yeah, I've really put it through its paces, and I've learned there's a lot of things I do like about this. Some of the things that I was really excited for when I first got it came in handy, but the more I use it, the more I realize there were some things that I kind of got used to with other bags that this did not provide for me. So let's start with how I have this bag set up so you guys get an understanding of the use case, right? As you can see, it's a pretty narrow bag. It's compact, it's lightweight, which makes it comfortable for long days. I think the most I had this on me about 2 weekends ago, literally all day long. So 12 plus hours is strapped to my back. And I can say because of how light this is, it was actually pretty comfortable. I didn't really notice it till the very end of the day when I was trying to eat, and the chair I was sitting in didn't have a back support, and it just kind of was annoying. But for me, if I'm carrying a bag with a loaded firearm, it's got to be on me or somewhere very, very close to me at all times. So here's how I have it set up, because there's a lot of different compartments. You have this one spot up here. I haven't really used this, but it stretches out. You could put something in there. Haven't really found the perfect use for that. And then up top here, you have this tiny little pocket. For me, that worked perfectly for just throwing car keys, especially having vehicles that I don't need to have the keys in my hand to start them or unlock it. Just having it in my bag makes it easy for me to get in and out of the vehicle without having to search through my pockets. A lot of the times when I go on hikes, I'll be in gym clothes, so the less stuff in my pockets, the better, the more comfortable it is for me. But obviously, depending on your attire or what you're comfortable with, that may change. So this first pouch here is where I carry most stuff. I keep my wallet primarily in this spot if it's not in my back pocket. And then the one thing I loved about up here was all the organization. So you can see there's some other pouches I haven't used. And as much as when I bought this bag, I thought I was going to use all of this, as I was filling it up, I realized a lot of things either would be too big to fit into this pouch in here, so I kept just the necessities, you know, a knife, tourniquet, flashlight. Didn't really have anything else that I could put in here. I thought about doing extra magazines. I tried them in here, and it didn't fit great and snug enough for me to be comfortable, considering this would be the pouch that I'd be going in and out of to get my wallet. And the big pouch in the back is, sorry, there's a bunch of zippers on here, which can get a little confusing. Right here, which is nice, it also has another spot. I could keep my wallet in there, and this is where I ended up putting my extra magazines. Typically, I like having my spare mags with the firearm, but in this scenario, you'll see I really couldn't do that, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Back here was another pouch, would work out if I wanted my iPad, but ultimately, as much as I bought this for being compact and small, that ended up being one of the reasons I couldn't use it going forward, because I got so accustomed having so much extra space that other bags would fill out a lot, that this just, it kind of limited what I could and couldn't do and what I could throw in here extra. So let's get this all zipped back up. And again, for size comparison, the one I like to compare this to the most is going to be my transit sling. This has been my go-to bag for the longest time. I've really gotten used to fitting just about everything I need in here. So I might be a little biased with this. I might get a little bit more comfortable having that extra space, and that's why this bag for me won't be in rotation anymore. But the one thing that really made it challenging, I'm going to show you, just let everyone know, the firearm in the bag has been cleared, it's empty mag, it's completely safe. So when you go to pull this around, right here is where you have your firearm. That is part of the annoyance, having that thing that then falls down. So I have to reach my hand in here, and you can see, with a firearm, that's a very tight fit. I grab the firearm and I come out, and it's got to be a perfect draw. Now, I get it. For me, I have large hands and a mechanic's glove, so if my hands were a little bit smaller, that probably would be easier. I also have a red dot on my optic, and I carry an X macro, which is not the smallest gun you could carry. So could this be done better and easier? Yeah. If I had just a regular P365 without an optic or smaller hands, but even with nothing in there, you can see that's a snug fit. The second I close my hand and come out, I'm hitting everything. So that right there for me, as much as that is a cool concept for a bag where it's hidden, it's protected against your back, no one's gonna get in there, that ruined it for me. So I understand it's subjective. Every use case will be different. One cool thing is you can switch sides. So unlike the transit sling, you have two different clips here. So depending on if you're left-handed or right-handed, it gives you, hit myself there, ease of access to switching which side you want to draw from. That's a cool feature because as opposed to this bag, which I've gotten so used to opening it from one side when it pulls across the front of my body, I've never tried drawing from the other side. I don't know how well that would work for someone who's using the opposite hand. I imagine because this is on one point and you cannot switch it, that might be a deal breaker. So there's definitely pros and cons to this. I think some people will like that. I know initially I thought that was really cool until I realized that the way I carry this bag is completely opposite the way I carry this bag. And I've carried this bag a lot longer. So having to change up that orientation and the way I grab the bag and would go to draw also became cumbersome to me. But mostly it came down to practicality and safety. You know, what's the reason I have these bags is so that I can carry a firearm safely. God forbid I need to use them. So I'd rather have something that opens up super wide and has a giant opening like that. And I can show you guys real quick. Sorry, it might be a little wonky for me. So grabbing it like this and grabbing that pull tab, this whole thing falls down. I can have extra mags. They even sell armor kits that you can get plate armor back here. I think it's only level 1 or 2, but it's better than nothing. And then you have everything right in front of you. So for me, I love that. It's super fast. It's super easy. And again, I'm not running my hand in this tiny opening. So I wonder who else got this bag and had a similar issue, or if they actually tried this out in the field and realized that that was not ideal. Let me know if you guys have this bag, if you tried this out, if you thought this through before buying this bag, because honestly, it's something I didn't account for. I saw that the measurements of this bag were just marginally smaller than my other bag, and I thought, okay, everything should be good to go. I love the organization of it. I love the light weight of this. But for me, the use case scenario is I want a bag where if I have to draw my firearm, it's going to be quick and safe. I don't want to have that extra thought in my mind that I have to go in perfectly and then I have to worry about catching zippers in here. I have to worry about this thing in the way. And yeah, could I swap this down to here? I could. But then is it going to make the opening different? It's just too many extra things to have to think about when I've become very accustomed to another bag. Don't get me wrong, the quality of this bag is awesome. I love the materials of this. I mean, it practically looks brand new, and I beat the crap out of it. I literally like throw it everywhere in the car, take it everywhere, put it on the ground, and you can see like there's no wear marks on this. I mean, like I said, there's a little bit of bug spray on there because the bugs in Florida are fun this time of year. But I mean, I think it still looks pretty new. Nothing's worn. I will say one other thing I did notice. This strap here, as cool as it is being center, because it gives you that option of which side you're gonna go to, across my body, and again, this could be just my shape and size, I don't think it is as comfortable or ergonomic as this one on the Transit Sling. And this is the same style as the Commuter as well. So, not that it really bothered me, because I said I've wore this a lot, and because it's lightweight, it's comfortable. But when I had this on, comparing one after another, I like this better. I hope that makes sense. So I will give you a little preview of one thing I like more about this bag. In this front pouch here, you can see I have stuff in there, still discreet. I keep a med kit and a multi-tool in here. I don't have that option with this bag. So if you're going for a more minimalistic approach and you're only carrying a few things, yeah, this bag will work great as long as your firearm and your hands can get into that last pouch. But just keep in mind, you can see they don't look drastically different in size. But as far as what you can carry, like this one, when it's filled out here, you can see that gets really big. Like I've stuffed this thing. Having 2 kids and the dog with me and my wife, whatever we're out doing, being able to just throw it in this bag without thinking, it's become super handy. So for the past month, trying to downsize to this, it became a challenge. So if you guys are interested in getting the Urban Ghost Sling, maybe consider the 20 liter. I personally have not seen that yet. I haven't bought it because it looked too big to me. It's, I think, 3 liters larger in size than this. Maybe I'll get bored and buy it just to test it out because it's something I like to do. But let me know, guys. What do you guys think? What bags have you used? What bags are your go-to? Have you tried some of these bags? Were there shortcomings? What do you guys do to fix it or change that? But thanks for checking out this video. Let me know what you guys think. If there's something I missed or you want me to add in the comments, just let me know. Take it easy.